Hey, my Tendy friends! With a passenger growth of almost 70% within the last 10 years, this is a recovery sector you want to keep your eyes on for once we are out of this pandemic. Welcome to episode 11 of The Tendies Show. So the recovery sector, the cruises, it's all about the cruise because, you know what they say, right?
Cruises are gonna cruise.
Cruises are gonna cruise, exactly. So from P&O Cruises, they reported that they have an incredibly demands after launching its 2022 holidays. And also the president, Paul Ludlow, said demands for summer 2020 look very, very strong. So that's insane, right?
2021.
2020. 2020.
2022. 2022.
2022. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think cruises are gonna cruise. That's what I think. I think people are gonna cruise. So I did a little bit of research, right? So let me share a little bit of my idea with you guys, because I think the cruises are definitely gonna cruise, and I would like to explain you and show you why. First of all, in 2009. There were 18 million people that were on a cruise holiday, which is a lot, but okay, bear with me. 2019, 10 years later, there were 30 million people going on a cruise holiday. And that's an increase of 66% in 10 years. And that is quite huge in my opinion, right? So, question, where do you think those people come from? Most of the people come from?
United States.
Good.
I think so.
11 million people came from the United States out of those 30 million in the last thing, right? After the United States comes China with 2.4 million and then 2.3 million for Germany. And then of course there's the UK, the United Kingdom and then Australia, and then it becomes really small, like really small numbers. And okay, I'm gonna keep this as a secret. I have one more thing to reveal, but that's going to be a secret, right? Okay, so in terms of destinations, the Bahamas, 35% of all the cruises set sail to the Bahamas. 50% are in the Mediterranean, and then 11% are in Europe without the Mediterranean, right? So, okay, so why do I think cruises are gonna cruise? That's what we're gonna find out. So basically, I did a little bit of research on not a little bit. I did research on 3 cruise lines. First of all, Carnival cruise lines. Second, Norwegian cruise line. Third, Royal Caribbean. Those are the top 3, the biggest ones on Earth. The by far biggest one is Carnival cruise lines. They have 100 ships. They have 100 cruise ships. Wow, man, that's a lot. Like they're not boats, like these big fat ass things, right? So they have 100 of them. So next is Norwegian. No, actually Royal Caribbean, because Royal Caribbean has 26 of those ships, vessels, maybe so to say. And then we have Norwegian, and Norwegian has 17 ships. So. First of all, Carnival reports a 21 billion revenue of 21 billion, and that is with a 3 billion EBIT. So that's a 14.3% EBIT for them. So next up would then be Norwegian, and Norwegian has a 6.5 billion revenue with 1.2 billion EBIT, which is an 18% EBIT. And hopefully, as you all know, EBIT is earnings before profits and interest. And then we have Royal Caribbean, and Royal Caribbean has a revenue of 11 billion, with a 2.3 billion in EBIT. And that's 21%. So on this statement, Royal Caribbean has the best profit out of makes the most profit out of their revenue, right? So that's pretty good for them. Now, of course, something is going on in the world, right? So we have a little bit of a pandemic going on, obviously. And cruise ships are not allowed to set sail at this moment, so they're all docked or basically floating around in the sea and not taking any passengers, which is kind of hurting the business. So Carnival has a revenue fall of 99%. So that's, yeah, man. And that's actually the one who's doing it the best, because the other ones report 99.5% and 99.6% revenue loss. Can you imagine?
That's insane.
All your business dropping. So those guys, they have this big ships, they have a whole lot of employees, they need to pay fees, they have a whole lot of expenses basically, right? So what are you going to do? You have to get some new money, because how are you going to pay for all of this if you have all your ships sitting here and not making any money and you lose 99% of your business, right?
That's a good question, man.
What you going to do?
When they come for you.
What you going to do when the market is going to come for you? And the bills are going to come for you. And the bills definitely came. So what those guys did is they created convertible bonds. They issued some new shares, which could be a potential threat to these companies, and they took on some debt. So if we are going to have a look, Carnival currently sits and man, just imagine the number. Just picture it in front of your face, like the number. Carnival is currently sitting on 8 billion in cash. 8 billion in cash. Man, that is like, wow. Norwegian is currently sitting on 3.5 billion in cash. And 3.5, they have only 6.5 billion in revenue, but it's sitting on 3.5. Compare that to Carnival, which has 21 billion in revenue, but only has 8 billion in cash sitting around, right? Like, can you imagine logging in on your bank account and it says 8 billion? Like, whoa! Let me enlarge the screen because it's 8 billion.
You know what I think is really funny when people are talking about billions? They just say like it's nothing billion, but if you would count for 1 billion seconds, how much year do you guess it will take you?
1 billion seconds.
1 billion seconds.
Oh man, there are 3,000.
Pause the video right now. Leave it in the comments. How many years would it take you to count to 1 billion seconds? Let us know.
I would say 30 years. And I'm probably off by a lot. Don't say it, but
you're right, man. It's around 30, 31 years. Something
serious?
Like yeah, really.
Serious?
Yeah,
for real?
yeah.
Oh man, that was a guess.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
Oh wow, 30 years. Wow, yeah, that's a lot. So if you make $1 every single second, then it will take you, like you said, like 30 years.
Yeah, more than 30 years.
Okay.
Get to 1 billion.
They did that in 9 months, right? So yeah, man. Royal Caribbean has 4 billion in cash, and they all have a burn rate. Carnival Cruises is currently burning through 530 million per month. Like 530 million per month. That gives them a run rate of 15 months. So they have, for the next 15 months, they have enough cash. Like no passenger for the next 15 months, all fine. They can pay all the bills perfectly fine. Norwegian has a 175 million burn rate per month, like 175 million per month goes out of the front door there. So they have a run rate of 20 months. And then Royal Caribbean has a burn rate of 290, and so they have a run rate of 14 months, which is, in my opinion, a lot. Imagine that you have a company with no revenue, but enough cash to run for 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 months. So from that perspective, Norwegian has the best position, in my opinion. And Carnival Cruise Lines already sold 20 ships to get money. Like that's insane. And Royal Caribbean has sold 2 of their smallest, but Norwegian has not sold any ships.
Nothing.
And in fact, the CEO of Norwegian said, we have absolutely no plans to divest any of our vessels, according to Frank Del Rio, which is the CEO of Norwegian. But I think that's a bold statement. I think if you are the CEO going through the worst pandemic ever that can happen to your company, and you're losing 99% of your revenue for at least 9 months already, and probably for another 6, 7, 8 months, and you are saying there, no way, I'm not selling any of these biggies. Like, hell no. Man, that's bold.
Well, business is going good then, I guess.
No, business is not going good. They don't have business, man.
Yeah, right now not, but overall, over all the years, business was going very good, because otherwise...
I guess so. Yeah, man, that's really good. So currently, and this is like I'm I'm giving a lot of numbers, but this is an important one. Currently, Carnival Cruise Lines, remember that they had 21 billion in revenue, right? They have 26 billion in debt. So that's 124% of their revenue, which is a lot. And before this pandemic, they had 11 billion in debt. So that debt has increased by 235%. That's a lot. Now, Norwegian has 11 billion in debt. So according to their revenue of 6.5, they have 170% of their revenue in debt, which is more than Carnival Cruise Lines. But they already had 6.8 billion pre-pandemic. So that's not that much of an increase, so it's almost doubling, by the way. But okay. And then we have Royal Caribbean, and Royal Caribbean has 19.5 billion in debt, which is 177%. So they are more sort of aligned there. And they had 12 billion pre-pandemic. But now the fun thing, because Carnival, they have given out 25% more shares. That's a bad thing. We all know that more shares lowers the average price per share, right? That's common knowledge. And then we have Norwegian, which issued 29% more shares, like 1/3. Like that's insane. And then Royal Caribbean only did 9%, man. So yeah, enough of the iPad basically, but they all are 60% from their pre-pandemic levels in terms of the price of the stock. So let's say Norwegian used to trade at 60, it's now trading at approximately 24, so it's down 60%. And they basically are all that. So, man, enough with all the data.
Enough with all the data.
Do we think this is an investment? Because I saw an article, and I'm sure you have saw the article as well, because I shared the article with you, because demand for cruises is insane, right? That's what the CEOs are saying. Like demand for cruises at the end of 2021 is insane, I guess, right?
Well, yeah, that's pretty true. And according to Cruise Lines International Association, 50% of those who have taken cruises before say they will cruise again this year in 2021. But at least if they can. Well, I can show you all these people here. They're all popping up. They want to cruise again. They are saying, oh, I miss going on cruise. I want to be on a cruise ship right now. Well, this one here, that's pretty funny, I guess. But it's okay. But so a lot of people want to go back on a cruise ship again and just enjoy their holiday on the sea. So I think it will be a great demand for cruises as well. Yeah.
Indeed. And they see bookings like never before. That's what they're saying. Like the CEO of, I'm not sure which company it was, one of the three, says that they have seen prices like in the old days. So the price of a single ticket to go on one of these cruises is as high as it ever was, and they see demand for it basically unlimited. Like that's insane. And now there's one more thing that I would like to share with you
from the iPad.
From the iPad again. No, but I promise that I will keep this for later on. This is the moment to introduce that, because the median age of those people on a cruise ship is between 60 and 69.
69? Nice.
And 90% of all passengers is in that range. Like now imagine that, by the way, 14% of all cruisers are over 17. So now finally gone with the iPad. But we have almost 35% of all the people getting on board of those ships and say, aye, bye-bye. That's really old people.
Yeah. Oh, 70.
Over 70.
Oh, 70. I thought you were saying 17.
No, 70. And a lot of those people are actually taking, and that's what is lowering the average age, are taking on their grandchildren, because hey, come with your grandparents and come on a cruise, right? So that's what's happening a lot. So like for certain sectors, maybe the hotel sector, or I don't know, you could say like, yeah, but people have lost their job, or they have maybe lost their job for a couple of months, so they burn through their spendings. Those people don't have a job. Like they're too old. Most of them are too old to actually work. Maybe they can work, but they probably don't work. They're probably already retired. So for them, like they're sitting at home, and listening basically to the clock ticking every second or whatever. I'm not sure what they are doing, but those are the ones, they're not affected by this pandemic from a financial perspective, probably. So they will definitely going to cruise, right? So demand must be crazy. Yeah, man, I think Norwegian definitely is an investment. It's not getting anywhere soon back to $60, I would say, because we have had, the company has a lot more debt. All the companies have a lot more debt. They have issued new shares, so we have a little bit of share dilution there. But I see end of 2022, Norwegian at least could go back to 50% to $50. So that will be doubling your money as from where it is today. That would be a pretty good investment, right?
Yeah, that would be great, actually.
What do you think? Where these? Do you think it's worth the investment?
Well, I think it's worth the investment, and purely because you said, well, the people who are going with the cruise are the people who are 70 or older. Most of the people actually
above 60. At least
above 60, yeah. So most people go on cruises, they don't work anymore, and they could just get the stimulus check. And they don't even work anymore, so they don't mind getting a salary because they didn't have it.
It's a free cruise.
It's just a free cruise
coming to your
They're
bill.
just like, $600, nice, man. So I get my own cruise ship.
And probably even more than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So I think it could be a pretty good investment. And also when I'm reading on social media, Twitter, Facebook, everything, I just see people talking about cruise. Oh, I want to go back. Yeah, I'm missing it.
But that's amazing, right? That's social proof that you have right there.
Yeah.
We've seen the balance sheets. They are pretty healthy. They have a pretty long run rate. If this pandemic, the worst thing that can happen is that the pandemic goes on for longer than we expect. They have at least for 20 months of money, at least Norwegian. So my bet will be Norwegian. By the way, I already have a position in Norwegian, which is a small position. By the way, my average buy-in price was around $10. I guess $10.80 or whatever. So that's pretty good return there. I'm quite happy with that recovery.
I can imagine.
But I'm going to invest more because I think we have seen it from a financial perspective. They're sort of healthy. They have enough cash to survive this pandemic. They will come through it, and then I think demand will be unlimited. Those elderly are going to cruise like cruise, and I hope I'm not offending anybody by calling them elderly above 60 elderly. But yeah, man, I think they will set sail hopefully soon, but at least second half of 2021 we should see those big ships out on the sea again with a lot of people.
Well, let's hope it will happen, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we hope that the crews are going to cruise again in 2021, maybe, and for sure in 2022. Let's keep the hopes high, guys. Also, if you like this video, just leave a like, subscribe if you want to see everything we are posting, and ring the notifications to just keep updated with everything we do. See you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.